Our first time mining titanium. Pretty awesome. I'm glad they added some more ores to the game. Just makes it a little more immersive and stuff, you know, I think. Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival on Alpha 12.1. I'm an old guy gaming, and in this episode, we are going to go to the moon. At least that's the plan. I kind of promised you guys we'd do that in the last episode, and it didn't work out, but we will make it work out in this episode. So, let's see here. I spent some more time at the Heidelberg after I left you guys in the last episode, and continued salvaging. And I got all the iron requirement in, plus a little extra, and we got the time down to 3 hours and 45 minutes, and a whole bunch of titanium rods, you know, also made it into the factory. In fact, there are so many titanium rods that this just now occurred to me. I didn't even think about this until now. Where would that put us with the warp shuttle? Oh, wait, no. It's not the warp shuttle that was the big thing. It was the Sathium and the Neo here, right? Yeah, okay. There was something else that we were looking at in the last episode that had, you know, needed a shit ton of rods, and I can't remember what it was now. Was it this one? Ooh, that's really expensive. That was my capital vessel in our Project Eden playthrough. All right, well, I'm not sure what it is, but let's go ahead and stick to our plan and keep shooting for the Pharaoh here. Okay, so before we do hit the moon, however, we are going to go back to the abandoned drone base that we looted a couple episodes ago, and I left a whole bunch of loot in that place that we can also feed into the factory. So let's go grab that stuff, and then we'll take off and go check out the moon. I'm not exactly sure what we'll do on the moon. If we find titanium there, then we'll mine as much of it as we can. But if we don't, then you know we'll just kind of scope out the moon, and then decide what our next course of action is. Our next kind of sort of big thing that we're going to do is another POI, though, because we just need to. There are 2 or 3 more alien POIs on this planet that we've uncovered, and there's still, you know, that's another thing too. We still have like over half a planet here that we haven't uncovered yet. And so, you know, the alien ones, you know, the alien ones are tough to do, but at least you don't have to contend, you know, with well, maybe on some of them, but you have to contend, like, you know, with the big turrets like you do with the Xerax stations. So from that standpoint, it makes them a little more viable for us to do until we have a vessel that can actually take on those defenses. Not to mention the fact that the defenses here at Alpha 12 are a lot more, they're stronger. You know, what am I trying to say? The AI defenses are stronger now. So, you know, that's going to be interesting when it comes time for us to mess with those guys. So anyway, let's go back to that alien drone base and just... I left a whole mess of fuel tanks in that place. And so, where are we going? We need to go this way just a little bit. So, you know, we'll get some pretty decent components out of those, you know, for the factory. It's really late. I should be going to bed right now. But I wanted to get one episode out today before I went to bed, so we're doing it. We're going to leave the ship running so that way if we do have to make a quick getaway, we can just do it that much more quickly. So we set a core in here, and I just left it on public, but let's set it back to private. And I think what we'll do is let's make this cargo box our collection box. Let's see, what am I doing here? So we'll call that loot. Let's also just quickly double check these and make sure that we got everything out of them. I thought, oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for. I was going to say, I thought we left a bunch of charges in there. All right, can we probably can't put those on our inventory. Oh, we can put most of them in there. All right, let's just do this. Let's drop those temporarily. We'll go to the factory. Okay, so that looks like that mostly gave us carbon substrate. Boy, that really? Those, damn. Probably should have not done that then. I should have hung on to those because that's pretty expensive ammo. Yeah, alright, whatever. It's done now. It's done now. Any drones coming in? Okay, so we're going to connect to loot. And let's go start grabbing stuff. So we want to grab them as whole blocks, of course, so that way we can feed them into the factory. So we want retrieve blocks. definitely not going to want those. Not those. What about these? Nope. Oh, he took, okay, it took their fridge. All right, so what we're going to do, so we met our cobalt and our silicon requirements out of all that stuff. Got our copper up pretty damn high. Carbon substrate doesn't matter. I mean, that's super cheap and easy to make. And knocked this down to 3 hours and 19 minutes. And remember, it was originally a little over 5 hours to make this thing. So now what you can do, if you guys didn't know this, if it won't take this because it says it doesn't need any more silicon, all you got to do is switch over to something else. And I usually switch over to my my capital vessel, the Corvette here, or no, I'm sorry, not the Corvette, the Blacklight. And this is a big, huge Class 11, 25 level capital vessel. And then just send that to the factory, and then you can keep feeding this stuff in. And it will contribute to the time, to the reduction of the time on whatever you put in the factory, whatever you have queued in there. Oh, you know what? I don't think you can feed these into the factory for anything now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't think you can because obviously we're not even close to meeting that, okay? So now if we go back here and we go back to our small vessel and add the Pharaoh back to the factory, you can see we're now down to 3 hours and 9 minutes. So it still contributed to, to getting the time down. So it works out pretty damn good. So what I can do is I can continue doing this, salvaging blocks, putting them in, and just apply them towards anything really that needs it, and it will continue to knock down the timing requirements on the Pharaoh. So pretty cool. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm not complaining. It's pretty damn cool. All right, guys, that is really, other than just basic blocks and that sort of thing. There isn't really anything else significant here for us to salvage. So that was well worth doing, I think. And then we're probably going to take on this bunker next. I'm not sure that we'll get to that in this episode, but maybe the next episode, and then we'll do the same thing with that place when we're done with it as well. And hopefully, we will come across another small optronic bridge in that process. All right, so we probably better go back home and just unload what's in our ship, because if we do find titanium on the moon, I'm going to want to bring a load of that back, or maybe something else, other resource that we could use. We're in very good shape right now on copper, iron, silicon, and cobalt, and thanks to all that salvage, we're not going to have to burn up all of our ingots in the factory to make the ship because of the salvage. So that's something I really like about this game too. It's just, it kind of gives you the same, well, it kind of gives me the same feeling that I get when you recycle stuff, So my wife and I, we have we have the regular trash, and then we have the recycle. And so, all the bottles and the cans and all this stuff, that it says we can put in there, it just feels good to put that out every week and know that, you're contributing something to the environment, sort of thing. So it makes this game fun for that reason too, because it feels good to take something that is, just trash, or that, that's ruined, or and convert it back into like a brand new shiny ship. I think that's really cool. All right, guys, let's hit the moon. Let's go check it out. We have not been to the moon yet on this playthrough. Since it's sort of kind of on the way, let's go check out what this other asteroid is here too. All right, so it's another iron asteroid. Good to know, good to know. Okay, let's change our heading. And we'll do a burn towards the moon. All right, here we go. Okay, we don't want to, we got to be careful because we could be landing in enemy territory. Okay, there's a Xerax cannon drone. Okay, so we got some resources to check out, so let's do that. A small iron deposit, okay. Another iron deposit. All right, so let's see. We got a pentaxid and 2 irons so far. How about we go north? I'd like to find the Polaris if they're here. So we can refill our O2. I've got lots of portable tanks with me, but if we can get use, you know, their stuff instead, that's always better. All right, nothing that way. Oh, there's a resource over there. Go see what that is. Okay, that's a cobalt deposit. Got a bunch of red shit over there. That's not good. Alright, let's look at our map again. Okay, let's head west. We do not want to get anywhere near an enemy POI in this vessel. It'll shred us. Oh, that's like the mainframe place. Does that have guns on it? I don't remember if it does or not. Let's assume that it does. And even if it didn't, it might now. So we'll stay... Yeah, let's steer clear of that sucker. So this is where it would be handy for us to have night vision goggles, because it's so dark right here. And we're in Xerax territory too, so that's where usually all the good deposits are. But I don't see any drones on the scanner, so there's a capital vessel down there. Wreck. Let's see what this resource is here. Okay, that's a silicon. Looks like there's 2 wrecks over here. Crash Titan front. Oh, there's a titanium deposit. Okay, cool. We finally found it. All right, nice. So it looks like the Titan, probably all 3 pieces of the Titan. Makes me wonder if the quest is going to bring us here when the time comes for that. So we found a titanium deposit. I'm happy about that. Let's go ahead and mine that sucker. It's a very small one though. I was kind of surprised there aren't any drones flying around either this deposit and or the Titan. There usually are. Jump out and stand right here. Let's get ourselves some titanium. Oh, I also want to connect to here. Our first time mining titanium. Pretty awesome. I'm glad they added some more ores to the game. It just makes it a little more immersive and stuff, you know, I think. Yeah, that's probably the whole thing, right? Yep. Alright, I'm going to cover this hole over just so I don't fall in it later on sometime. Could happen. That used to be one of the rules on our multiplayer server. When you made a hole, you had to cover it so people wouldn't fall into it. Okay, so how much did that get us? That got us 60 pieces of titanium ore. Okay, and we have room for a lot more if we come across it. Let's put that stuff in there. We'll take these right now since we have them. So we're not going to mess with the Titan here, not at this point anyway. We'll worry about that later, and if we even do anything with this one at all, because like I said, there's one back down on our planet. Alright, so we have... Let's look at this. Oh wow, that was the only... That was the only deposit on the whole planet. Once we get a mining hover vessel going, and a way to get it up here, then we'll come up here and start doing meteorite mining, which is really probably the best way to mine in this game. Asteroids aren't bad though either. When you have mining lasers on a capital vessel, that is. Okay, so we've already gone all the way around here. Let's slow down here for a second. There's still a bit to uncover in the southern hemisphere, and that could be Polaris right there, plus there's another resource. Okay, so let's see if we can kind of thread the needle here. Got some POIs and a couple resources. How much pentaxid's on this planet? 2 deposits. We might as well grab that pentaxid. Yeah, there's a drone guarding that to iron. This moon is so small compared to our large planet, you know? It's like really small. Alright, let's get some pentaxid. Whoops. Wrong one. Oh, those are mostly drones over there. I'm sure there's got to be a POI over there too, though. It's probably whatever that level 1 thingamadoodle is that we can't quite tell what it is. Yeah, there is a POI over there. Okay. Now, this little tower thing in front of us does not show as a hostile structure. I wonder what that is. These structures do not look like anything we've seen before. They could be legacy. Legacy. I don't know if I want to mess with that right now, though. Not in this little ship. Oh, those who plan to ascend, listen to our warning. Listen to your progenitors. Whispering. We just triggered a new quest. Okay, that was spooky. Yeah, it was kind of spooky. Okay, that's the other pentaxid deposit. Okay, so if we mine that out, then we'll also get pentaxid meteorites on the moon, which is good, because that's really going to be our best source of it once we're in a place where we're going to start needing it, which won't be long from now. Okay, so we have completely mined out the pentaxid and completely mined out the titanium on the moon. Meteorites depletion. Oh, they don't send us titanium meteorites. Doggone it. Okay. Huh. Alright, well, whatever. That's okay. Is what it is. Let's move to the west now, and uncover the southern hemisphere. And we do have some Xerax POIs and other nasties that we have to be careful of here. Yeah, see, I don't want to get within 700 meters of those places, because depending upon what type of weaponry they have, they could reach out and touch us. Okay. It's a big old tower of some sort. Alright, so we found a mag deposit, and then there's a wreck of some kind of wreck down there, but it's too close to that tower. I don't want to get that close, so I know I've said this already a few times, but I really like this new scanning system. It's pretty slick. Okay, that's gonna be a wreck, I'm thinking, of some kind. Crashed capital vessel, okay. And then there's something over here too. Okay, crashed DSE. And then one more resource to uncover. And another silicon deposit. Okay, cool. So, we have one cobalt and one mag. So if we mined those two out, well, do we have, I guess the other thing is, do we have capacity? If we mine those two out, then we'll get meteorites for them too. We didn't find Polaris, did we? Yeah, see, that's all Xerax territory. Maybe they're not on the moon. Usually they are. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so there's not really anything up that way. Let's turn and head west. A little bit more territory here to uncover, but the cool thing about the scanner is, it'll tell us if something's there, so... Alright. Okay, well, let's go hit this mag deposit, and, where was the cobalt? Iron... Right there. Okay. That's a small deposit. Chances are we'll have enough space for the magnesium, but probably not going to have enough space for the cobalt, is my guess. Cool. Look at that planet rise. That's beautiful. Very scenic. In fact, that'd make a great screenshot. Well, it's a little bit dark though. It looks good though. I love it. I believe that's it. Alright, so here, let's get rid of this. You know what? We might be able to get that cobalt. Let's try it. I can always put stuff in my own inventory too. We're gonna... Oh man, we need some O2. So let's get some O2. We need some food as well. It's 102 degrees here in the sun on the moon. Nice and warm. We'll take it. We also need to remember to take a shower when we get home because we have a little bit of body radiation going on. Not a bunch, but a little bit. I like the gas giant off in the distance there. There's our home world. Frozen ice cube of a home world. This place is so cold. Not that it bothers us anymore, but boy, it sure was hard, you know, up until we found that EVA boost. One hell of a struggle, man. That Xerax tower looks pretty cool over there, but we're not going to get anywhere near it. So we were going to try and hit the cobalt, which is all the way up here, right where nobody is around. So we'll kind of work our way up and around and come this way. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all this or not. We'll see. There we go. Do we see it anywhere? No, but this moon is so small, we'll have no trouble finding it when the time comes. We won't be able to get it this time around anyways, because we're not going to have any space. So I'll be surprised if we can get all of this cobalt. Alright, so now we're going to disconnect from here and see how much more we can hold in our own inventory. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do this. That's okay though. Let's see if we can pick all these up here. Nope. Too bad I should have remembered to do that earlier. It sucks that we're gonna waste this, but I can't do anything about it. All right, well, there you go. We'll finish this deposit off the next time we come to the moon. But that got us another full load, really, and another meteorite. Check that out. Awesome. Do they still have the contrails like they used to? So we can see where they are. Oh yeah, the scanner probably will pick them up too, huh? Yep, pentaxid meteorite. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Well, like I said, we don't have any room for it now, so... But we've got ourselves a nice little supply of pentaxid. And of magnesium. What else do we do? It doesn't give us titanium ones. So magnesium, pentaxid, and cobalt when we come back and finish the rest of that resource off. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I think it's time to wrap up this episode, so I'm going to fly back home and unload this stuff, do some refining, and then the plan for the next episode is to hit the abandoned bunker POI. And with the goal in mind, hopefully, of finding a small optronic bridge. If we don't, we will at least probably get some pretty nice loot from the place, some of which we can sell, and then we'll just flat out buy the last one. And once we do that, then we'll be able to spawn in the Pharaoh. We're jumping from a T1, the cheapest T1 ship in the library, you know, of the stock ships, directly into a tier 3 small vessel. Pretty fantastic. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.